Welcome to the Black Educated Tea Podcast. I'm your host, Makeda Marie, and today's topic is about body image for Black women in the workplace. But, as always, before we get into the tea, let's get into the tea. So, I am drinking an 11 tea. So, as you know, 11, or, 111 are angel numbers. And so, I am drinking an 11 tea. Really, really good tea by Oasis Vibe, of course. Tea is really good, and it also is really sweet. Well, I'm not going to say really sweet, but it is sweet. I absolutely love it. It has peppermint, it has licorice, it has cinnamon in it. It has a couple of different properties as well. So 11 tea. You can drink this tea anytime you want to. So it's a really good afternoon tea. If you want to drink it at 11 a.m., kind of that brunch time right before lunch. Or you can drink it at 11 at night, whenever you want to drink it. If you even want to drink it at 5 o'clock at night, if you want to drink it at 12 p.m., whatever time you want to drink it. But the 11 really just represents that abundance. It represents those angel numbers because we're all trying to be abundant right now. So, really, really good tea. Has a lot of good benefits as well by Oasis Vibe. So, let's go ahead and get into the topic about body image for Black women in the workplace. I have definitely been through this in several jobs that I've had. And I used to be, smaller, of course. You got a little older, put on a little weight in good ways, I will say. Because I'm definitely maintaining. Toot my own horn there. But I remember probably about 11, 12 years ago, and I was working at a particular job. I was working at a school, actually, and I would never forget. I had on like a sweater dress, and I had on some tights under it, but when I say the sweater dress was so long, because I'm short, I'm not tall at all. So the sweater dress probably would have been really short on someone that had some height, but me not having much height, the sweater dress was really long, and I had on these really thick tights under it. I'll never forget. And this was winter time, so I was just trying to stay warm. And I got called to the office, like one of the students, and was asked to leave to go change my outfit because they felt like it was inappropriate. And that was the start of many, because I didn't necessarily have that same call to the office or conversation where I was told to leave and change it to something they felt like was more appropriate. But I still got the stares, or I still got the feelings, or I still had certain conversations about my outfits or my attire. And first off, I can't leave my butt at home. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't leave my shape at home. And I do not dress inappropriate at all. I wear things that are comfortable for me. And just because things may fit me a little bit more does not mean that it's inappropriate. But for me, that was really hurtful. That was really hurtful because, let's be real. There are certain things that we can wear as Black women, and some of our counterparts can wear the same exact thing, and we're looked at a certain way, or it's not so pleasing when we wear it. I just have to just throw that out there. And it has happened in several jobs. If I wear a cute little dress, really long dress, I still get the stares, or I still get the comments, or certain things that I feel like is inappropriate because I'm just trying to be comfortable. I'm just trying to wear something I think that looks really nice to me, and it causes a stir, or it causes conversations that should not be happening in the first place. Because there is a difference between me just wanting to look professional and look nice, and things may just fit me a certain way, than if I'm just coming into the workplace very inappropriate. And I think it's probably more inappropriate if I come in there and my clothes are wrinkled and earned and holy, than if I just have something that's fitted. But that's just my opinion. But I've had that in several jobs, and I've had conversation with other women as well, and these things happen to them. And it's like, hey, I can just go to the store and get a pair of slacks, and they may fit me a certain way. And then when I wear them to work, I get the inappropriate stares, or I get the inappropriate conversations, or, you get the emails And I've had this where you get the emails and they send it out to everybody saying, hey, be mindful on your attire and things that you're wearing. And so I'm looking around like, who else are they obviously talking to but me? And it's like, but I'm not dressed inappropriate. I just cannot help that things may fit me a certain way or may look a certain way on me. And it's really unfortunate for us that has to even be a conversation. That certain things that we wear just because they fit us a certain way or they look like this on us, that it is even a topic of conversation. But I have heard these conversations and I have been a part of these conversations. And just to think that this happened over 10 years ago, I was like 110 pounds. I'm like, how much am I really showing? How much is really being revealed at this, really small, really short. And like I said, it was just a sweater dress. It was I'm not going to say it was loose fitting because it was a sweater dress, but it wasn't tight. And I had on these thick tights under it. I'm like, why is this even a conversation? But another thing that made it even worse was the fact that it came from another black lady. Now, that's what really was disheartening for me. And it's like, here I am. I'm actually coming into the workplace, thinking I look professional, but also just trying to be comfortable as well. And then I get this from another black lady that should have been mentoring me, that should have been, influencing me, or instead of, coming to me in that particular way. Because there was absolutely nothing wrong with my outfit for that conversation to come up. But this happens to come up a lot more than it should. Because if it's not about our attire, it's about our hair. So there's always different conversations that come up for us as black women in the workplace. I just wanted to take this particular episode and talk about body image in the workplace. Why is our body so much of a topic in the workplace? The things we wear and how we look, and why is that even a topic when other people are clearly wearing the same thing, if not worse, but those conversations are not being had. And it's really unfortunate that I had to endure that. And that may have been one of the most extreme cases, but I've still had other cases where it was just those subliminal messages that were sent out, or the subliminal looks and stares, or different comments that made me very aware, like, there is really back conversation going on about my outfit or what I have on, and it's not inappropriate at all. Because like I said before, if I could just take my head and put on other body and go to work, okay, but I can't do that. So this is me, the whole package. All of this is me. This is how I present myself. This is how I go into the workplace. And like I say, I am a very casual person, but professional person as well. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm not coming out the house with anything on that's inappropriate. I just put on things that's, comfortable for me, but I also want to look a certain way when I leave my home. So I'm never to the point that anything I put on is not going to be suitable for the workplace. But it's unfortunate that these things happen. And, it makes you wonder, like, is it more jealousy? These are things I've always wondered. Like, is it more of a jealousy thing that this conversation is even coming up? I don't know. I still don't honestly know what it may be. And at this point, I don't even care. I don't care because I still wear what I want to wear, and I'm comfortable in my own skin. And like I said, I respect myself enough that I'm not going to put on anything that's going to make me uncomfortable. And so I don't like to be approached that way. But I put on what I'm comfortable in, what I really, think that looks nice. And I'm going to continue to do that regardless. But that was a very unfortunate event that happened definitely years ago. But it still continues to happen. Just not that openly. But it still does continue to happen. And it's like, okay, whatever. I'm here to do a job. I'm here to do my work and do the very best I can with my job. And my attire, my body image, none of that has anything to do with me coming in here to do a job and do a good one at that. And so I just really would love to hear your comments and any stories that you may have had where that your body image has been affected in the workplace? Has there been those back conversation? Has it been those experiences or situations where you know had to go speak to someone because they felt like what you had on was just totally inappropriate, and when you know deep down it's not. It's like what I have on is not inappropriate, and you know it, but there's just more to the story. You know, you definitely know that there's more to it. So have you had those experiences, you know, which are very unfortunate for us because they probably happen to us more as black women than, of course, others. So I would just love to hear about your experiences with body image in the workplace and just share your stories, provide comments, and you know, as always, this is the Black Educated Tea Podcast.